Mortgage rates are high and home prices are not falling down. Is it still possible for us to buy a home in this market? Well, I say yes. With a little bit of effort, of course, I think there is a way. Here's how. First, we're going to look at the market data. Second, we'll look at the market trends. Third, we'll come up with a buying guide to make offers. So here we're looking at the market data of the housing market for June 2024. Now, we're looking at key things over here. First off, we're looking at the median price of the home, where it shows at $442,000, which is an average nationwide. Second, we're looking at months of supply. Now, what this shows us is that what happens with the supply prior to previous years. We're looking at 2.6, which is higher than the previous year. Third, we're looking at share of sale homes with a price drop. So number of homes which is sold under the price they were originally asking for. Over here is showing 19.8%. So we'll do the approximate here, which is 20%. Now we're looking at the other data here, where it shows the chart for shares of homes sitting in the market for 2 months plus. So what this chart is telling us is that around June 2024, the supply of homes which has been sitting on the market went up by 4 points. That means it's actually good for us as buyers because there's more inventory and there's a lot more houses which has been sitting for almost 60 days. Now let's jump into the second point here, where we are analyzing the trends as far as what's happening with the housing market right now. Now this chart shows us monthly pending home sales that fell out of contract. Now it is a little bit higher than the previous years, but what we're looking at is how much the graph went up. That means there's a higher percentage of houses which went into contract. That means a buyer is willing to buy it. They walked away from the deal because something went wrong and they couldn't make that purchase. Now this is good for us as buyers because we're seeing a higher trend that actually helps us narrow down our searches. Now with all this information which we collected, nearly about 2/3 of homes that were in the market in June had been listed for at least 60 days without going under contract. That means 60 days that house has been sitting in the market and no one is making an offer to purchase that house. Now, what we understand here is that 1 in 5 sellers dropping their prices. Now, I say that in a way because if they're dropping their prices, that means there's more chances for us to buy that house. Now, what does that tell us? It tells us that there is 20% chance for us to buy that house. That means the seller is willing to accept a price under market that they will accept our offer. Now, this is 1 in 5. So that means out of the 5 offers we're making, there's a 20% chance that we might be able to purchase that home. Now, here's a little bit more information regarding this, which we found out is that nearly 1 in 5 seller dropped their pricing as homes sat on market at the highest June rate on record. Now, they always say highest record, but what we're looking over here is that 1 in 5 seller dropping their prices. That means whatever their asking price was, they dropped it because they want to sell that house as soon as possible. So for us, it's actually good. Now let's jump into the third point. The third point is to create a guide to make offers. Now what I mean by guide is that to create a buying number. Basically, this is your highest number you're willing to go to purchase a home. Now, first, what we need to understand that we have to get rid of any emotions when looking into these houses. Because once you get an emotion involved, there's easily we can tell ourselves that, hey, this is a good deal and we can offer $10,000 more and we can purchase the house. But then you will break out of that guide which we already created. Now, make sure that the realtor you're talking to understand that you will be making a lot of offers. Look for someone who is willing to agree to help you and really understand and really need your business. At the end of the day, technically you are paying them by the mortgage you're purchasing. Next, what we'll do is get approved for multiple banks and shop for the best rate possible. What will happen here is that once we shop around, we'll have an average idea of okay, what are the highs of the rates, what are the lows of the rates, and which bank is giving you the lowest rate. Mainly what I've seen that it's not loyalty with any bank, it's just you have to shop around and see who can give you the best rates. Now we're at a stage where we can start looking at deals. We can go to any real estate site like Zillow, Realtor.com, or any other website and narrow down our searches, such as what type of home we're buying, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, any garage, whatever criteria you're looking for. And we're going to look for houses which has been sitting in the market for a long time. So there is options in Zillow where you can actually say how many months the house has been sitting on the market, and you could do searches like that. By doing so, you can also go click on that house and see if there was any price cuts the seller have made or made a decision to lower the cost. So what that tells you, if there's aggressive price cuts, that means the seller is a very willing seller to accept a lower offer. He's probably losing money, or he has some sort of need to sell that house as soon as possible. Those are the target real estate which we actually want to make offer to. So next step would be is to create the guide. The guide should be is include all of your cost, your mortgage rate, your PMI, your HOA if there is any, your taxes, and come up with a monthly estimate of the payments you have to make. Once you do that, you can easily find a lot of templates online which will help you to narrow down, okay, this is the highest I can go for the purchase price, and this is the monthly cost is going to be. Now, based on your market, it might vary depending on the location, but I think it will give you a solid idea of what to offer to the seller's realtor. Now, keep shopping, make offers, and once you do, you will understand that it's very easy and you will be able to purchase a home about trying 5 to 10 times at least. Now, I've done this in myself in the past, and I had to wait a month, and then the seller realtor came back to me with a different offer. I negotiated the price again and then made another counter offer, and they ended up accepting the offer. So it takes a while, but I think patience and consistency is the key. So I hope this video will help you guide you to go to that route. If you find value, please do subscribe and look for the next video. Thank you.